Hello everyone. Hello everyone and welcome. I'm your host Captain Awesomeness, and I am here yet again at G&J Kartway for the Ohio Valley Karting Association race number 8. Now it is about 7:45 in the morning on a Saturday. I've been here for a whole day at this point. I got here Friday because I wanted to try out a couple things and kind of do a little bit of a practice with my kart, primarily because the format that we're going to run, rather the configuration we're going to run today, is going to be a pretty interesting one. You know how you've seen when we go into turn 1 and then there's this little kink that becomes turn 2 and then you go out? Well, we won't have to worry about that today at all. This is going to be turn 1, and it's going to skip that little real sharp turn in, and you just go straight out. Not to mention, on top of that, this configuration is one of their longer configurations, meaning it is going to be a high-speed configuration. What that will mean for us basically is that it'll be a challenge trying to catch up to people if they're already fast. It's not like the shorter configuration where people have to slow down so that they can get in the next turn. None of that. So it makes it less competitive, it looks like, in some people's eyes, but I see it this way. I like high speed. I mean, of course, not ridiculous high speed in a go-kart, but I like a higher speed configuration. If I was in a 2-cycle, maybe it wouldn't be as less fun as being in a 206. But for me today, honestly, I'm not really focused on, you know, whether I'll be catching up people and all that. You know why? Because when I get into the warm-ups and then of course into the actual qualifiers, I'll place myself well enough to get into a podium. At least that's what I'm telling myself. All the practice that I did yesterday manifested itself into me learning a lot about how to get the kart to work for me, but it is of course a pretty challenging experience. Nonetheless, also, yeah, let me mention this. My hair's all messed up because I literally just woke up 45 minutes ago, and I'm trying to get into a rush to, you know, finish registration and all that. So at this point, I'm just trying to be timely with everything. But yeah, this was just the last step, and then we'll have our warm-ups. We'll go in a driver meeting and the practice. So let's see how warm-ups go. Obviously you guys will get to see it. I might actually take up both warm-up sessions that they give us prior to the qualifier. We'll see about that, but nonetheless, just wanted to give you guys a heads up, and I will see you all after the warm-up. All right, so we're going to move and groove straight into the pre-final. I am in position number 4, right behind Randall Potter. I've got Tyler Curley to my left, and ahead of him is Ron Swift. And here we go for a takeoff that looks kind of good, but I am on the outside, so that means that as I go around, I am giving opportunities for others to pass me, but I maintain myself pretty well. I do not go off track there, at least. As I come up on Tyler, he sees me, and this becomes my inside, but again, it'll be my outside just here in turn number 3, and this gives Reiner an opportunity to get just up right beside me as a result of that little contact I made with Tyler. So we're going into turn number 5 here, and I hit the grass. That really was not so good, just because of the fact that it does make me slow. So here in the straightaway, as I'm trying to maintain pace, Reiner is right up there. Going into turn 1, I shut the door on him here, but I make a big mistake as I come out of here. Instead of staying on the inside, knowing that he is right behind me, I give him space, and that gives him the advantage of taking what is turn number 2 for this configuration to get ahead of me. So not too happy with myself with the fact that I gave him that opportunity just completely wide open, but now I need to maintain that pace with him. So I'm hoping that I do. I am driving kind of angry, and that is not a good thing. Emotions do drive my decisions, because as I come around here, I'm just more focused on him instead of on my driving. And what happens with that is that you start to make irrational decisions. You want to drive even faster than you'd imagine it to be, and you're not focused, like what just happened here. I started looking around, and that gives number 23 an opportunity to try and pass me, but going into turn 2 and 3 here, I deny him that opportunity for right now. But again, I'm driving even more mad because I made such a huge mistake, causing a bigger gap between Reiner and me. So yeah, not very good. So again, emotions are driving bad decisions, and another bad decision comes right here. Going to the grass, almost spin out, but I'm able to recover. The 23 is now ahead of me. So lesson learned from here is that emotional stability is very important. You should not be allowing that to drive your behavior, your mannerisms, and ultimately really your decisions in the moment. You need to stay in the moment, cool, calm, collected. Focus on the task at hand and how you're performing it. And really what I should have been doing is just keep my head straight, drive correctly, go into turns at the right moment, and just not let any more mistakes happen. So this was frustrating because now all of a sudden I am having to pass a driver I actually don't know, number 23. Reiner knows him. That's about all I can say. And Reiner says that he's a very good driver, and he is, basically. He's driving pretty well. As we go through turn 1 over there, he was able to stay on the outside and pass me. So now I'm just trying to see where his weak point is, and I can tell that here in this kink I can catch up to him very quickly. So he's kind of slow. I don't know if it's gearing or if it's that he was on the brake a little bit too long, but yeah, I try to make sure that I don't detach myself from him at all. I'm trying to remain calm, but I remember clearly I was just super mad, and again, just mad at myself. One thing about this track, now that the resurface has happened, as I just said, like, you know, you can see here I'm not taking turn 2 where I typically would, and that's just because things have changed a little bit with making things exciting as well as with the repave, so it's pretty good. Anyway, I am able to pass number 23 just fine, and at this point now I'm just focused on catching up to Reiner, because again, this shouldn't have even happened to begin with. And about a lap later I see that Reiner slowed down, and I didn't know why, but then I realized there's a driver ahead of him, and that is Tim Douglas, another driver for Racing for Vets, and he's driving kind of slow. He's got an X on the back of his helmet, and you'll see it here shortly. And that really just means that it's a new driver who's just learning how to race. So you got to be kind of careful around racers like that. And I try to be. I just need to find the perfect opportunity to pass him, not get slowed down too much. We are about to enter the last lap here, so I have to pass him because I don't realize at the time, but 23 was right up on my tail. Did not want to give him another opportunity to try to pass me. So I do look behind me, but I think I need to stop doing that. It really is not beneficial to me unless I am in the straightaway that starts at that is at the start finish line. In any case, I see that Reiner slowed down. Maybe he is feeling too comfortable, but I'm catching up to him quickly. So I didn't know if it was just a kart issue or he's just kind of coasting, thinking everything's good. But I am trying my hardest, and I think I have the pace, and I'm pushing the kart now, try to do what I can, and he finishes ahead of me. So now we'll skip straight to the final. I am in position number 5 now. Again, that's just because of the mess up I have. But anyway, here we go for a launch. A very, very crappy launch. Guys ahead of me are just taking off on me, so not a good takeoff at all. Number 23 being beside me now gets ahead of me, and whoa, I don't know where that cone came from, but I did raise my hand up to signal to the track marshals to do something about it because it's in a really bad location. It was in a blind spot, and I could have easily hit it and gotten to suffer the consequences of it. As you already know, I'm pretty accident prone. In any case, first lap's already started, and things have already kind of settled, so we're good here. I just need to tell myself to maintain my composure and keep myself behind these guys. And if there's a passing opportunity, to just go ahead and do it. First lap is always the most dangerous one, just because of the fact that people just end up in accidents and stuff. So luckily that did not happen here. I find a spot on the inside of number 23. I'm hoping that I can stay in there. And yeah, I do. It looks like, at least, but then he gets ahead of me, but then I find another opportunity to pass him right here. What to do? Now, we're off to a race going into this turn number 5, and this can be dangerous. He's right beside me. I don't brake enough, and I ended up going into the grass. I spin out, and somehow all the karts that are coming at me miss me. Wow, is all I can think of at this time. I did not really even imagine how close I was to disaster. I just knew that cars were going around me, and of course me just going, yeah, really, dude, what'd you do to yourself? So I'm not really happy about this at all, because it'll take me forever now to catch up to everybody ahead of me. And a few laps later, I see that there's two people kind of competing with each other. Number 17, whom I easily passed, and now I'm behind number 27. That is Aaron Reed. I start to bump him, so this way he knows I'm right behind him. Just my way of letting people know that there's somebody behind them. Some say you shouldn't do it. Some say you should. I do it when I don't have a place to pass, but I still got to go fast. So that's just what I do. Not all the time, but there are times when I just want, if I see that there's somebody who's equal to me or slightly better or slightly less capable than me, I'll push them just to kind of get them going, and this way we can catch up to the crowd ahead of us. 206 is momentum racing after all, so if you can try to partner up with someone like the way I do sometimes, where I bump draft them, but I'm also pushing them at the same time, so we can catch up to the crowd ahead of us. But I am noticing that Aaron's cart is sliding a little bit. It's not really holding, so I start to anticipate where I can get to pass him, because I'm seeing what's happening in front of me. See how that it does that little twitch there? That twitch may be induced by himself, or it may be an inherent issue with the cart. I don't know. But anyway, going into turn 2 and 3, oh, we bang each other up here. That slows him down and me, but doesn't slow me down as much. So I'm able to make the pass on him here. And again, we're in the same situation, but this time I've learned my lesson. So same situation as in that we're racing for the same turn, and I brake just enough to not, cause another crash. Now my next target is whoever's in front of me, and I believe that is going to be Jennifer, and I'm trying my best to catch up to them here. And it takes me a whole lap and a half to get to the point where I'm right behind Jennifer. Now I'm looking for an opportunity to pass, so I'm observing her driving here, turn 2, and I kind of actually hit her there. I don't know why the recording kind of skipped that little portion. I did bump her, and she stayed in front of me here. So I'm just trying to observe where I can find that opportunity to pass her. And it takes a whole other lap for that opportunity to pass, to really come up for me. And I find it right here, turn 2 into 3, where she goes a little bit too much on the outside, losing a little bit of speed there. So I'm able to pass her up and make it a clean pass. Now I've got Brian right in front of us. Now Brian is a capable driver. He is somebody that I had, unfortunately, first time I interacted with him was because of an accident, and that happened last year, where we were still on the Hoosier R60B tire, and that tire is sticky but unpredictable, and it just so happens that I was in an A configuration going left, right. You see where those cones are coming up here to the left right here? That's where I tried to turn, but for some reason I just lost rear traction, and I spun, and he went straight into me, and my axle got destroyed. That was not a good time, but nonetheless, that was how I got introduced to him. He is an Air Force vet now. He sees that I'm right behind him. This is the final lap, and I'm just hoping that I can pass him here. Unfortunately, right here I touch him, but I touch him in a way that slows me down significantly. But now I think he sees that we're gonna be going into a race here, and I'm trying my best to make it past him, but I just can't. All right, so I haven't really been on for a while. But before I even talk about racing, I've got Reiner here. I've got Tim over there.
What up?
And then I've got Randall over there, Mr. Sexy Man. Look at that guy. That's right. That's going on YouTube.
Children watch this show.
Yeah, so that's going on YouTube. In any case, it's probably going to get blurred out anyways. So first of all, they're trying to help me out with my generator. My generator won't stay turning on. Hey, what up? That's Don Hetzler there and his son. So yeah, we're trying to figure out why that's the case, because I do not want to spend my time in the camper all night burning sweat off, so that's one thing. Second thing is
You're herpes scared.
the what?
No?
That's getting edited out anyway. So second thing is, I did well in the pre-final, as you guys saw, but then in the final I messed up, and yeah, I gave up a lot of positions, and I have no idea actually how I finished, because the app doesn't tell you. So
I caught your ass. That's
how bad it was.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So everybody caught up to me, and then I caught back up to them, and I got some position. So I have no idea. I'll go up to the tower and ask about that to clarify, well, like what the heck's going on. But overall, great time. I actually had a lot of fun until the fun was over for a short little bit, and I also was able to get past some of my fears of feeling intimidated around certain people. So all in all, great time. I wish I had more to talk about right now, but there's so much going on, as I told you guys, with the generator and stuff, and I got to do dinner, I got to clean up, and prepare the cart for the Sunday race, which is going to be a different configuration. So anyway, guys, I'm out. There's a PA going. Have a good one, and I'll see you all at the next Apex. Bye-bye.